Hi guys, how are you doing? Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. It's going to be a quick video. I just want to talk about what Desmond Elliot said in that video. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I'm just going to touch this very briefly. And please, we're all mature, we're grown ups. Please let us respectfully agree or disagree. Let us respectfully agree or disagree. You see, it's not just Desmond Elliot. Everyone from the presidency to the military to every single person who has addressed the issue, they have all either touched lightly on the elephant in the room or they have ignored the elephant in the room completely. That's my issue. It's not like what they are saying are not valid points. Quite a few things are valid points. But right now, one thing needs to be addressed. What happened on that Tuesday? Every other thing is minor. I was reading reports I discussed on my show Live and Dangerous on 99.3 Nigeria Info yesterday night. We're talking about the fact that ping technology was used to catch the looters. I'm like, I never heard of ping technology because I'm like, okay, all right, we have ping technology. Amazing. How come these are the first set of looters? I would never in any way support anybody going to loot shopping mall or anything that once you go and take what does not belong to you, I will never support you, no matter your hunger or anger. As far as I'm concerned, thief na thief. But why is this the first time we're hearing of ping technology? All our money where they miss for this country where we no find, they no fit use ping technology find them. Up till today, everybody they ask, say, who do waiting happen for Tuesday? Ping technology. Okay, they must have invented ping technology after that Tuesday. Because I've not seen them use that ping technology to identify. Let's even hear that, okay, it is these people that did it too. And let us say, okay, we want to forgive the people. But let us even know who the people are. We cannot just be hearing story up and down. All of a sudden, person wey steal bag of rice, ping technology catch am. Person wey steal phone, ping technology catch am. Person wey thief okada, ping technology catch am. But person wey shoot one whole human being. Okay, be like say ping technology na spiritual thing. You know they work with human being. Na just who break and destroy. Because I've always had this problem. And this is why Nigerians are not happy. If you bring out one cane, if the law in the Arab world is, if they catch you with another man's wife, will not be your own, the stroke now 50 strokes. Whether you are a prince or you are a pauper, the same law applies to everybody. So I am supporting them catching all these people who are stealing what's not theirs. Okay, absolutely. But I wonder, everybody that is talking, look, listen, whether you like it or not, social media has been abused. We cannot lie to ourselves. Social media has been abused. Social media has been used to incite violence, whether you like it or not. You can't run away from that. But the problem is that's not the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is Tuesday night. And you can't ignore this big elephant in the room and be seeing little dots on the wall, like youths are rude to their elders. We have desecrated the palace. I will never support anybody desecrate. You know me, I am pro-Africa. I want us to have the same respect we have for a church or a mosque for the palace of a traditional ruler. I want us to have that respect. But the problem is, church, mosque, traditional ruler, nothing is bigger than life. Nothing is bigger than life. So if everybody had come from up down, everybody that spoke, a moment of silence. You know what? I even heard of scholarships for the police who lost their lives. Yes, I support it. Give them give their children scholarship. But what about those who as in everybody just seems to just be either ignoring it or just dribbling around it. How do you expect the people to be happy? Do you know this thing is such an easy, as far as I'm concerned, just come and show the people. Go to the houses of the people who lost their lives. Build a monument for them in that area. Oh, it doesn't have to be anything big. A school. A hospital. Do you know that if government says, okay, the one of the people that died, his name is Uchenna Usman Adewale, and in Uchenna Usman Adewale's area, we want to erect a memorial hospital that will cost us 200 million. Government says they have 20 million. Do you know the public will bring the remaining money? Just show the public. That is all the public. It's like I'm seeing this like a prophet, but the public is not seeing it with me. Just show as you are giving scholarship to the police, because whether you like it or not, law enforcement agents that lost their lives, they also have family who will be grieving. Oh, perfect. Agreed. But what happened? As in, it's like nothing happened. We can't, this is an elephant. You can't say nothing happened. Okay, if you say the numbers were inflated and all this, we know how propaganda and social media works. But that you cannot even use one person to do scapegoat. That, okay, this is Usman Adewale Uchenna. We found him. All his siblings, first of all, we are going to take care of their education. Just show that that's all. As in, this matter for no reach where he reached today. This matter for don't die since. You see, just let them sympathize with you. You see, from the moment, there are things that the public too did that I'm not happy with. But this is not the time to point the finger at the angry public. This is the time to hear them. We saw the video of the woman that went out when they said there's curfew. And she's been arrested for 6 days, no food, just water. Do I support that? No, but I also don't support breaking curfew. If government gives a law, abide by the law. But you see, the problem is right now we cannot tell the woman to abide by the law because people are angry. In those kind of situations, there's what you call managing. Even if you want to arrest her for 6 days, why don't you give her food and water? Why does she have to stay in somewhere that she is wrong? The fact that you have deprived her of her children is punishment enough. The fact that you have deprived her of her family is punishment enough. The fact that you have not allowed her to go home is punishment enough. Why will you not feed her? So these are the issues we need to deal with. And everybody keeps saying is, youths on social media are rude. I've been a victim many times. Youths on social media are rude. It's a problem, whether you like it or not. For that part, Desmond no lie. It's a problem. But is it this problem? Is it the rudeness of the youth that caused Tuesday? Youths are rude. Youths are rude. Okay, we've heard. We agree. But it's not the rudeness of the youth. Because if it is rudeness of the youth that rudeness of the youth that will cause this kind of problem, by now only me for don't turn problem for this country because of the way they don't rude to me. So these are issues you deal with after you are finished. It's like, make I give you an example. House they burn, then outside for main road dustbin they burn. Which one you go off first? No be to calm the fire where they dustbin, where big, where if you go another house. Before you go start to the fan small bucket of dustbin, we get fire. So everybody just comes, ignores the big elephant in the room, or just says, some people died, okay, God will protect them, and then moves to another issue that many people consider not so relevant or not so significant now, and then they start talking about it. So it hurts the people more. So listen. Sort out this Tuesday matter. Sort out police brutality. Sort out issues that let people get trust. Let the government gain the trust of the people back. Then you can now start dealing with rudeness on social media. When you are ready for rudeness of social media, when you are only me go follow you campaign now. Then you start dealing with what are these issues here? We need, first of all, not one person has come out and said, okay, this is the person that did it. If they come out and they say, okay, it is this person that did it, I'm a Christian, I will begin to campaign and say, please, let's forgive. God said we should forgive. We are angry. But that, it did not happen. I can't talk. Joblessness is not something that will be sorted out immediately. Joblessness is a work in progress. Because coming out of COVID-19 and the economic crisis and all, you see, sorting out joblessness does not lie only in the hands of the government. It also lies in the hands of religious leaders. They should build more factories and less churches. We have enough churches. But you see, all these issues that I'm talking about is still ignoring the elephant in the room. That Tuesday, we need our leaders to come out and speak to us. My papa don't offend me before. But when my papa offend me at that stage, he has to step down and explain things to me properly. Understand my pain. You know that children have pain. The smallest child in my house has pain. So sometimes you are trying to get children to do something, but they are not listening. They are not, because that little pain, and for all you know, that little pain to you, it seems insignificant. For all your concern, because I'm pretty emotional about this. For all your concern, it is something trivial. Address it. We have seen how unresolved issues spiral out of control in this country. I am not going to come out and start cursing the government or cursing this government. No. But I cannot say that I'm not seeing the elephant in the room. Because we are all here. We are just here. Another person will come, talk. Inside all the talk, person sit down like this. He see wall, but elephant block him. He no see the elephant. So as long as all of you, I will not say of us, because I'm not part of you. I'm not sitting down at the table with you people. Even though I have table manners, because I'm a Christian and I'm a Christian preacher, I'm supposed to have table manners. I'm not sitting with them. So it's not us, it's you people. When you come, feel the pulse of the people. The people are crying. The people are groaning. The people are in anguish. Let me tell you, once you can calm the people, those ones that are still gingering, other people among them will calm them. Okay, otito. You never see it happen for your family before? Where person go to ginger, everybody go to ginger with them, even though that person they lead. Then you get the way the elders go talk. That one go still the ginger. Other people go come begin they beg that one, say, okay, don't do. Oh yeah, you to calm down. And they don't talk one. Just calm down. You to just calm down. So that is. Sorry, I have a call coming in. Hello, bro. I'm live. You should join me. I give you 5 minutes. Finish that thing you are eating. You talk. Don't worry. I will not put your face. But I also need you to address. All right, come and watch. One of my good friends who I believe is very wise. Let me tell you a little joke. We heard that COVID-19 reduces people's IQ. Desmond said, I know all your friends that are smart. If they catch it and their IQ reduces, then I'll believe. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. And guys, please, I need you to hear me out. Anything anyone addresses right now that is not bringing, you see, Nigerians are used to Bola, collect slack, you'll be all right. There's no de-traumatizing. You see, we are used to it. We're used to just living our lives anyhow, in the middle of trauma, without any proper de-traumatizing. Don't you think that people need closure? There's no greater de-traumatizing force than closure. Let someone just come out. That pinging technology that was used to identify looters, that pinging technology that was used to identify, because all of a sudden, in 2 days, I cannot believe that our government can be this effective. In 2 days, they don't carry everybody. Oh, okay, now the people will go do this place with this. Now the people will go do this place with this. All of them be this. But they don't round them up. 2 days. Only you go come the fear. This technology was not invented after those shops were looted. If this technology has been around, why is it taking this long? If the government says, okay, we know the people, but we don't want to talk about them because they acted on orders from the above, and we are still trying to resolve who gave the... You get the way they go still talk am. Where people go vex, but their vex no go reach boiling point. It go not that's what you call bubbling under. They go they go just calm a bit. Because as long as that elephant dey the room and una dey address switch, una dey address color of wall, and una ignore that elephant. Because in fairness, if that elephant had been addressed, there were little pockets of sense that Desmond Elliot was making, but nobody wants to hear. Because it's like, let me give you an example. They throw a stone into a classroom. It hits 3 children on their head. Then it hits the plasma TV. Then everybody's saying, do you know how much this plasma TV costs? Talk about the children. Do you know how much this plasma TV costs? This plasma TV, compared to the children that were hit. So please, everyone speaking now, no matter what your anger is. Now, another thing government people need to understand is, we that are non-government, you see, when you are, like for instance, in the Free Nation, I'm among the leaders of the Free Nation. So when we sit down and say, okay, we want to raise 200K for this person. Now, what if the person's problem is actually 400K? But we, amongst ourselves as the leaders, have decided, okay, we will bring out 200K. Or we will bring out 100K. Then one person who is close to the house, that's not a member of the church, has said he will give 100K. So we already have 200K. Then we are now raising an extra 200K. So we come to the table and say we need 200K. Because in all seriousness, what we really need is 200K. But the issue needs 400K. But because amongst ourselves we already resolved that we'll raise 200K in another way, let's just raise. Then people now start getting angry. Why are you going to give him a whole 200K? Meanwhile, we in the house know that this matter is more than 200K because we've actually put our own money inside. But we can't explain it to them because the one person that said he wants to bring 100K wants to remain anonymous. So I understand that sometimes there's that deadlock in government. People in government can see something because they have access to information, but they can't explain it to the people because the people don't have access to that same information. So here is what you do in situations like that. You come out and you address the people. You allay their fears. You hear their, you see, right now, even if I come out now and I start addressing one pastor, everybody will tell me, Daddy Fish, shut up. Is this, there was a time I came out and said religion and poverty go hand in hand. Everybody said, shut up, we don't want to hear you and religious leaders. This is the issue we want to hear. So any other issue you are trying to address now will only annoy people even more. No matter how sensible, how relevant, how important the issue is, if you have not, that elephant has to go out of the room first. Once you have gotten the elephant out of the room, then you can start addressing other issues. And right now, the only thing people have is social media. Is it being abused? Yes. Don't make it feel like you want to take it away from them. If you want to regulate it, you have to choose your words carefully. Listen, who has ever been in a situation before where you are about to lose your relationship? You and your girlfriend or you and your boyfriend, they fight. Then you want to beg. I know the person is, anything you say now, that person will just say, you know what, I'm not even doing this relationship again. You now start picking your words with wisdom. That's not the issue where you address, I asked you for 150 naira, you gave me 120. No. Unless you are sure you want the relationship to end, everything scatter. You will pick your words with wisdom. And this is the time when that wisdom is needed. This is the time when the issues that they failed to discuss must be discussed. And now here's the thing. You see, Desmond, whether you like it or not, you are our age mate. We see you as one of us. And for the people to react to you like this, it means they love you. There are some people who say the same thing. Everybody don't look at them, hey, it's not this person. The reason why they're hurt is because they have a certain standard that they've put you. And they expected you to speak on their behalf. You don't know the privilege of that place where you are. I can't speak and they will listen to me. You have that opportunity to carry our plight, our predicament into that place and speak for us. And right now, going against social media or saying the roots are you, the youths are rude, is not speaking for us at this time, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, I love Desmond Elliot. I don't want make it see at the attack him. I just want make him also hear us, because this is an opportunity for you to write. Listen, one thing I like Nigerians for is our memory is very short. It's good and it's bad. It's good because you go mess up. You go come the next day, you go do something, will correct, everybody go forget your mess up. Or you go good. You go just come one day, just yarn one thing way bad, everybody go begin. So the beauty of this Nigeria is that our memory loss, our amnesia, it is very, you can work with it. You just come tomorrow and you can say what they need to, and actually show. You see, it's one thing for you to come, yeah, okay, let's have a moment of silence for Tuesday. Oba Palace. No. You must feel it. You must imagine yourself. Your younger brother told you that he wants to go somewhere on a Tuesday. And then you thought, okay, he's just going there. Then you enter a board meeting or a Zoom meeting or you sleep. Me, I like to sleep evening sleep. Then you just wake up at 10 o'clock and you hear that. bullets don't hit them. You have to put yourself in that frame of mind to understand the plight of someone who is walking in it. The problem we have is many people are disconnected from it. It's like, let me give you an example. They say government is seizing cow in abattoir. Waiting concerning with abattoir. You don't go about. You know where abattoir are for Lagos. So you are alien from okay. You will even see the story and jump over it. But person where they sell meat, that na main story for that day. He go begin call Alaji, how far? He affect us, he reach us. No, he no reach us. You go begin call another person. You have to be like that Alaji that is in the middle of that abattoir, and that government policy is affecting him. You must find, whether it is that you are going to drive to somebody who is a victim's house and sit with them and hear their pain, so you will not be alien to it. Desmond saying na Hamata they use the example with the Babelero. But you understand what I'm saying, jokes apart. That's the only way you can connect with this thing. So when you are coming, and we all need to stop being elitist. That my friend that called me, that's one thing he said to me. He said, so you think like an elitist. Because you just disconnect yourself. We are okay. In all fairness, we are working, we are earning money, things are okay. So it doesn't. No. You can't think like the elite. You have to think like the. You know what? You need to spend time with the downtrodden. I sat down with somebody who was in my estate. They said police just rounded them off. Taste buds was there. 15 minutes to curfew. It wasn't, they had not passed curfew. 15 minutes to curfew. Jeeps, cars, they just packed everybody straight to police station. The next thing, they start to tear them bill. You know, typical. This is a first-hand story from someone that went to my secondary school. Before, it was alien to me. Luckily for me, maybe because I guess a person they take fine, SARS no they disturb them. I never had a one-on-one encounter. So I also always used to believe that for them to stop you, maybe your car no get papers, or maybe they see bad thing inside your car, or so I never really. But when this guy sat down and gave up, I now could put, because this guy is working in an establishment as a manager. He is not one of those boys that wakes up in the morning and goes to the beach to smoke. This is somebody who actually has a job, who's a representative of a multinational company. So I could relate with it. Now, you need all of us who are doing well, we need to start relating with vulcanizer. We need to start relating with pepper seller. We need to start relating with our house girls. I know that whole mentality, our class is higher than their class. We need to break the class barrier, and we need to sound them out. We also need to preach to them while we hear from them. You see, those days, we had television. Television will just stand in front of you. Yoruba call it Mohun Maoran, while they call radio Asoro Magbesi. What does Soro Magbesi means? It talks, it does not get a response. I was in BCUS one day. I was coming, I used to work in BCUS. That's how I was working in BCUS. They had just finished fumigating BCUS. Now, a rat was running from the fumes of the oil, and the guy was just reading news. So, ladies and gentlemen, a rat run like this. If na social media, imagine as I did here now, cockroach run here. One person will just type here, say, Daddy freeze. No be cockroach be that. You will quickly adjust. Hey, cockroach. You see, the communication of those days now one way. Television talks to you. Radio talks to you. But now we have the opportunity of talking and getting the feedback. When you put a post on a blog, as you are reading the post, you are seeing people's reaction. Now, you also have to have that input-output style of communication with people who are beneath your class. Not from a condescending way, but from a position of problem solving and preaching. You hear them. This is what is paining us. Sometimes you can educate that this thing that is paining you, government cannot do it too. You need to understand that they don't understand. Okay, inside this thing that is paining you, how do we address it in such a way that me that you are telling, I'll chip in a bit, you that you are telling me you will chip in a bit, then we'll find a way of bringing government to chip in a bit, then the problem is solved, then we'll move to a greater problem. So here's what I want to beg every single person who is going to come and talk to us or whose video we're going to see next. Just that elephant. Address it. That pinging technology that was used to identify looters. Oh yeah. Use it to identify shooters. Pinging technology is not only for looters. It should also be used for shooters. Stop taking the people for a ride. The rot of the people is not good. We've all experienced it. And you know the funny thing is, I was driving past Domino's. Domino's all boarded up. I couldn't wonder, say, waiting Domino's on the way. Waiting Domino's do? Who Domino's offend? Cold Stone, Creamery. Waiting ice cream. I see, and they just go there, go scatter everywhere. Ice cream. So now this thing has come to meet a lot of the elites. You that own businesses, many of your businesses were touched. So you now need to start understand that you can't ignore those people anymore. You don't see their vex. Their vex no good. The vex of the people no good. And you don't see them, you don't taste them. What that tasting should do to you is, how do we avoid the youth getting angry again in the future? That's how? Okay, what is it that they need that we can provide now? How do we start? Where do we start from? The first most important thing is address the elephant. That elephant first, start with that. Remove that elephant from the room. Then you also can now start addressing pertinent issues here and there. That is my submission on this issue. And I beg God for wisdom. You know that the free is not the person that says, let's pray for Nigeria. Right now, we need to pray for Nigeria. Nigeria needs prayers right now. Because that prayers will guide us to take wise decisions. Those prayers, Jare, before I back up, would guide us to take wise decisions. And the wisest decision I can see now is removing the elephant from the room. Those same people that brought pinging technology for looters, remind them that they are still the shooters. So as you are addressing looters, no, brother and sister, come on and address the shooters. Please, all this that happened can be avoided if we love our neighbor as ourselves. Remember, I don't want to go scriptural because this is not a scriptural sermon. But Matthew chapter 25 from 31 to 41 clearly explains what it will take you to enter heaven. Fasting is not there. Prayer is not there. Tithing is not there. It is when you saw your brother hungry. When you saw your brother thirsty, in prison, homeless, without any clothes. What you did to the least of your brothers was what you did to Christ. Then you also need Luke chapter 10 verse 25, the story of the Good Samaritan. who saw somebody downtrodden. It's not his business. It's really not his business. But that's what guaranteed him heaven. Because according to the discussion between Christ and the Pharisee, the one who showed mercy was the one who made heaven. So you are better off not praying and not fasting and not going to any religious center and taking care of your neighbors that you have neglected for so long. And right now, your neighbors are crying because they feel that nobody is addressing their pain. Nothing is being done. We are hearing stories of children of officers receiving scholarship. What about children of victims? Are you trying to tell them to their faces that they are, even if you don't agree with the way they went about things, address this issue. A word they say is enough for the wise, but I'm not wise, and I do not put myself on any high pedestal. I just beg you, because I dey see things inside spirit. The anger of the poor, they boil. The anger of the poor, they boil. You need to calm them. Even if you won't punish them. Your father don't punish you. Do you not love your father? When I was growing up, my mother beat me more than my father, but I love my mother more because she they beat me, she they buy me yogurt, and she they beat me, she they understand my pain. While my father, who rarely, my father beat me, maybe me I be picking where they beat daily. So if I say my papa beat me rarely, it means that my papa beat me once in 2 weeks. My mama on her twice a day. But I didn't for 1 minute not love my mother. Because I now understand that the beating was to correct me. And when she finishes, she will hide one piece of meat under the rice for me. So as I'm eating the rice with tears in my eye, I go just jam that bokoto. I go say, okay, mommy knows how to get to my heart. That's the approach. You see, our leaders need to just not look at the poor as those ones. They need to look at them as their children. So even when you want to correct them or punish them, they can see when you do it out of love. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I'll ask for God's mercy, God's forgiveness, God's direction, God's guidance upon us all and our leaders. I pray for wisdom in the leadership of the country. I pray for sensitivity to the plight of the poor. All holy books address it. Quran new, Bible new, Buddhist books new, Torah new. The plight of the poor Isaiah chapter 58 tells us that God does not accept your fast if you are oppressing the poor, if you are not paying them, or if you do not free the people who are wrongly imprisoned. Go and read Isaiah chapter 58. It shows you the Torah stand on the poor. Christ's stand on the poor is clear. If you neglect the poor, you will not make heaven. It is not to be argued. Because Matthew chapter 25 verse 41 says, he will now turn to those and say, all of you go and join your brother, father in hell fire for neglecting the poor. So you can't even use religion to camouflage it. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. God bless you all. Pray for your leaders too, so that they will have sense. Sorry, me too, because I'm leader of the Free Nation. Pray for me too to have sense. Pray for all of us to have sense. At the end of the day, we will be all right. But please address the painful Tuesday. Take care and God bless you all. Look forward to seeing you in the evening. I love you. I initially wanted to, that's why I'm wearing this thing in my ear. I wanted to be listening to the message and be addressing it. I don't think we need to do that. I just think I can take my own pain or my understanding of the pain and hand it over to Bros and hope that Bros hears it and checks it out. This matter can be sorted in a week if the pain of the people, in my humble opinion, is addressed. God bless you all. Thank you so much. I'm proud of you guys. I know we're going to get to that Nigeria that we dream of and pray for. I know we're going to get there. And if you know that we can make it, if you know that we have it in us, and if you know that our heroes fallen will not go unrecognized, I want to see your hands in the air. I want to see your hands in the air. If you believe that we can do this, I see you, Simply Vic. I see you, Ekpo Young, Rhapsodies. Soul Fade, are you here? Posh Mama, I see your hands in the air. Ijoma Hope, AJ, G's Graham, Yomi Cash, Bless Doro, Aisha Danjuma, Adewoju, Uchi Wali. Oh, people believe in Nigeria like this. Make I raise both hands. Hola Lucas, Utmost, Bobo Golden, Sally Graham, Vince, Santa Feni, Akinola, Bobo Golden, Bishop, Pay Pompey, FLS Flow, Messino 5, Sir Horseman, and I'm stopping with the next one. Sunday, Your Jogun. God bless you all. Thank you so much for coming around. If I didn't mention you, it's not like I forgot you. I can't just mention everybody. Please remember, we can make Nigeria great again. With the amount of hands I've seen, nobody even did like this, not one person. That means we have hope. Look at someone beside you and tell them, we have hope. God bless you all.